Attempted murder case opened after Panga attack on a policeman, and the ANC prepared to fight Western Cape school closures. Good day to you. North West Police have opened a case of attempted murder after a police constable was hacked on his hand with a Panga at Samancor's chrome mine at Kroondal outside Rustenburg. A mine worker has been identified as the possible attacker. The constable was trying to rescue a miner who wanted to go to work but had been captured by striking colleagues. The policeman was rushed to a local hospital for medical treatment. Police spokesperson Thulani Ngubane.
The police were summoned in the area to disperse a crowd that was embarking on an illegal march, and the police was cornered by the striking miners and was hit on his left arm where he was protecting his face. 26 people have been arrested at this stage, and we still expecting more arrests.
The leader of the striking workers, Chimamlalazi, gives his version of what happened.
A mine worker tried to enter the mine shaft while comrades were chanting slogans outside. The comrades then captured and forced this man to chant slogans with them. The police then tried to take this man away from the comrades, and among them there was a person who was in possession of a Panga. When the policeman tried to arrest this man, he used the Panga to cut the policeman. His fingers were lying all over the place.
The ANC in the Western Cape says it's prepared to go to the Constitutional Court to prevent the closure of 20 schools in the province. Earlier today, the Provincial Education Minister announced the closure of 20 out of the 27 schools that were previously earmarked for closure. He said relocating the learners would be in their best academic interests, given that some of the schools are dilapidated and located in crime-ridden areas. ANC Provincial Leader Marius Fransman.
We were able to save 7 out of 27 schools that they wanted to close, but it's a bittersweet victory for us because 20 schools remain to be closed, and we've decided that we will not leave it as is. All the reasons that they've given is wrongful reasons, and we will take this matter up, and the first thing that we'll now do is to get legal advice, and we litigate, even if it means an interdict.
A British computer hacker, Gary McKinnon, will not be sent to the US to stand trial for hacking into American military computer systems. Medical reports have said that McKinnon, who has Asperger's syndrome, would have killed himself if he'd been sent to the US. This comes at a time that British businessman Srindiwani is fighting extradition to South Africa on health grounds in a bid to avoid standing trial for murder. The British Home Secretary, Theresa May, announced the decision regarding McKinnon.
After careful consideration of all of the relevant material, I have concluded that Mr. McKinnon's extradition would give rise to such a high risk of him ending his life that a decision to extradite would be incompatible with Mr. McKinnon's human rights. I have therefore withdrawn the extradition order against Mr. McKinnon.
The Sports Minister, Fikile Mbalula, has dedicated his speech in Parliament to paralympian Natalie du Toit. The 2012 Paralympian team was honoured during a joint sitting of the two Houses of Parliament. Du Toit won 3 gold medals in the pool at this year's Games, making her overall medal tally 13. She announced her retirement after this year's London Games. The minister singled out Du Toit for her contribution to sport for people with disabilities.
Natalie is someone who is an example to many. She's a definition of resilience. She is God's glory, gumption, grit, grace, and greatness. She is what legends are made of.
The top story at 5 o'clock, Northwest Police have opened a case of attempted murder after a police constable was hacked on his hand with a Panga at Samancor's chrome mine outside Rustenburg.